Hi there, I've had a few questions through in the last couple of days about some rulings that Scottie Scheffler had at the Masters. It was on the 18th hole on the third round. He took an unplayable lie from deep inside a bush. A couple of questions around that. One was, there are some photos that seem to show the referee indicating his 2 club lengths from not where the ball was. It's a very experienced European Tour referee doing that ruling, and it can be actually very difficult to see exactly where the ball is when it's deep in undergrowth, if you're looking at it from the wrong angle. So he would have probably been estimating as best he could where that ball was and getting the measurement from there. Maybe he could have had help if he'd known he was a little bit out on that. The second question about it, perhaps a bit more interesting actually, that you can actually take into when you play, was about his question on what they call at Augusta the pine straw, pine needles that they import to coat under the trees, and whether he could move them before he dropped. Took a little bit of questioning, I understand, but the answer was correctly given in the end, that yes, he could remove them. So pine needles, like leaves and other natural items, are loose impediments. You can move them away from somewhere where you're going to drop the ball. So let's just have a little closer look at that and actually how it might apply to you. Okay, so we've got a pile of loose impediments here. Now, if my ball was sitting amongst them, just come to rest there, I can remove them. But as soon as my ball moves in the act of moving them, then that's a penalty shot. Likewise, if for some reason, say I need to pick the ball up to identify it, I can mark the ball there. So mark the ball, lift it up to identify it, but because I've got to put it back in exactly the same place, to replace the ball, I cannot move the loose impediments, any loose impediment that might move the ball if I'd removed it whilst it was there. So you've got to be careful most of the time with these loose impediments. But I've got a scenario here. I'm taking a penalty drop out of this ditch on the side here, so I've measured out my 2 club lengths. I want to drop around here, but I really don't want the ball to end up in the middle of this lot. Now I'm dropping the ball, and it doesn't matter if the drop is from a penalty drop or if it's a free drop after relief. Because I'm dropping the ball into an area, I can just get rid of all of these loose impediments, get them out of the way, and then I can do my drop from knee height, and that ball then is in play.